Okay, so we're gonna sit up in whatever way that we can. So either cross-legged or kneeling. And just get your hips in a comfortable place. Yes. All right, and we're gonna take our hands towards the center line, clasp the fingers like this. And we take a breath in, and you're gonna push the fingers out as you exhale. And then take a breath in, pull them in, and push them straight out. Yeah, so I'm gonna just do that a couple times. I figure this would be good for your hands. They got you doing some hand exercises, I hope. And then you're gonna hold the palms towards you and take a nice deep breath in. Good. Exhale and just bring your arms down and round your back like a cat. Bring the hands down. And we'll do that 4 times. Breathe in, reach up. And out. 2 more times. Nice deep breath in. We got Timmy here today. He's doing a little co-teaching. And 1 more time, although he's not going to say much. And then from here, just hold the arms up. Bring the hands behind your head. And push your head against your hands. Take a deep breath again. Exhale, bring the elbows together and bring your head down. Stretch the back of your neck forward. And inhale, open the elbows and look up. And I want to do that about 4 times. Bring the elbows down. And inhale. And 2 more times. Exhale down. And inhale, there we go. 1 more time, just get in the back of that neck. And then go ahead and lift and push the arms up. Turn the palms up this time. Stretch through the fingers. And then bring the hands all the way down. And place them on your thighs. And you're going to drop the chin down. And lift your head up. And you want to keep the chest and the breastbone in place so that when you lift the head, you're just going to focus on the front muscles of the neck and the back muscles of the neck. And we'll do that 2 more times, all the way up and all the way down. You may even notice a little crunching. And last one, coming up and down. And then bringing the head back to neutral. And let's take it, oh, everybody loves to go side to side. And side to side, or driving muscles get tight there in the neck. Oh, and we'll do 3 more in each direction. Just let your head go side, exactly, and side. And we have a nice little bit of rain here today, so it's like really beautiful today. We need that rain. 1 more in each direction. And then finally from there, drop the chin down and slowly circle the head around and go in the other direction. And we'll do that a few times as well. And we're just checking in, seeing how the neck feels today. Shoulders. And we'll do 2 more in each direction coming up. Oh, good morning, body. Hello. All right, 1 more. Okay, and then back to the center line and just close your eyes for a moment. Take a deep breath in. Let your shoulders relax down. And let's do that again. Nice deep breath in. And exhale. And 1 more time. Exhale, and then let your eyes open but nice and soft. And let's go ahead and come up to the hands and the knees. And if you have a pillow, you can move it to the side. If you don't, that's okay too. And we're going to tuck the toes under. So this position's okay with your hand, yeah? All right. So let's go ahead and lift the back up to the ceiling for our most important stretch here, and mobility exercise, cat-cow. And let me see you both try that a few times. So going from the tailbone all the way to the back side of our neck. And we'll do one more that direction, up and down. And of course, my favorite is to pick up the arm, reach one arm up to the ceiling and give it a stretch up, hold it in position, and then just do some circles around and notice how your shoulder feels this morning. And then circle the other way. That's it. And bring that hand down. Switch to the other arm, reaching up, and same thing. I want to do a few circles in each direction. You're winding up. Yep. Hand comes down. Release the tops of your feet and then bring them back up a few times. So you're pulling them down and up from the big toe, right? So you want to get that big toe to go down. Good, and then have your feet in either position. Let's give it a stretch back into child's pose as far as we can. Let your head drop down. Close your eyes for a couple of moments and just rock your hips from side to side. And this would be a good time to check in with your lower back. Take some deep breaths and notice how the back is feeling this morning. Excellent. And then from there, we're going to tuck the toes and you're going to walk your hands in and press up into forward fold. Now I'm going to have my hands on my shins, but you can have them in any place, either on the floor or on your thighs. And we're just going to stay here and just push your butt back a little bit. Lengthen your spine. And take a few breaths here as you gradually wake up the back. Take one more breath. When you're ready to come out of it, bend your knees, float back up, and we're going to stretch both arms up towards the ceiling. Bring the hands to the heart center. Ooh, good. And take a breath in and up. Good. And down. And again, up. And down. Good. And again, up. And down. Make sure you got a little bit of room, okay? Yeah. Okay, very good. Give yourself a little bit of room. Now I'm going to turn sideways so you can see. Step back with your right leg. Oh, good. And let's go ahead into Warrior One this morning. Reach both arms straight up, nice and high. Bend the front knee. And focus right now on getting as much of a bend as you can in the front leg as you push the back heel down. Arms reach high. Wiggle your fingers a little bit. And then we're going to slice the arms so that our right arm is going forward and our left arm goes back. And then slice the arms up, keep your balance, and then bring the left arm forward. And we'll do that one more time on each side. So as your right arm goes forward, you want to twist from the waist. Yes, and one more time. Now both arms come back up. And then float your hands down as low as you can. Keep your balance. Look at one spot and see if you can reach either towards your shin or even to touch the floor. You're almost there, Gary. Bend your knees a little bit. Yeah, there you go. Now let the back of your neck release. And we're just going to rock a little bit here and take a few breaths. Say hello to those hips. Good morning, hip. Excellent. And then step your feet together, going back into the forward bend. either pushing into your shins or touching the floor, whichever way is better. Let me see. Perfect. Shake your head a little bit. We're going to take 5 deep breaths here. And exhale. Shake your head a little bit. Inhale. And exhale. And as you inhale, feel the back of your rib cage. Let the jaw relax. 2 more deep breaths. And when you're ready to come up on the next exhale, just roll up nice and slow, pulling the belly in. Ooh. And then standing in mountain pose, take the hands to heart center. And step back with the other leg, so left leg. So now we're going into that warrior pose. Good. Then both arms come up, and I want to extend my spine and stay there for a few breaths. And you have to remember it's like 6 in the morning here. All right, now we're going to start with the left arm. So I'm going to twist my ribs. See how I'm twisting here? And then bring one arm back, one arm front, designed to throw you off balance a little bit. Arms up. But isn't that how life is? And we're going to do that one more time on each side. So as your arms come up, think about turning from your waist. And when we go the other direction, turning and then looking back. And bring the arms back up. And float your hands down and see how far you can get. A couple things. If you're having trouble reaching, you can always step the back leg in a little bit like that. And then let's see if we can touch the floor on this side. All right, look at you guys. Good. Head down. And then we're going to stay here for 5 deep breaths. Start by shaking the head a little bit. We want to be looser in the back of the legs by the time we're done with this. Okay, 2 more breaths. And 1 more breath. Let it be easy. And then step the back foot to meet the front foot. And 1 more time, either touching the floor or your shins. And you'll notice right now, right, a little bit more flexibility here now that we've done those other moves. Transition on the next exhale. Slowly roll yourself up. Back into mountain. And then we'll step the feet wide apart and turn the toes in. So like I said, we're going to focus a little bit more on the hips today, but I want to do a little bit of waist work. So the hands are coming up, and we're going to lean over towards the right and turn the chin up towards your arm and hold it there. Take a few breaths and just kind of let everything lean over, but keeping it nice and stiff here in the belly. Pull in and up on the navel center. 1 more breath. And then back to the center. Breathe in. Same thing on the other side. My legs are going to stay in one position and then turn the head and try to reach. See how I'm opening all this up here. And let's take about 3 more breaths. And 2 more big breaths. Feel the inner part of your body wake up like you're opening an umbrella in your ribs. All right, and then back to the center on that last exhale. Float your hands down and reach them up. And then back behind us. We'll clasp the fingers. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see this from the other angle. So I've got my hands like this. I just want to do a little test on my shoulders. Okay. Hinge forward at the hips. Keep your abs really firm though. Push the big toe down, because the big toe is what keeps you from falling over. And then if you can reach the arms up, you can do that now, or just keep them at your hips like that. Good. Now let's stay here and just focus on the legs. You to firm up, please, the thigh muscles in the front around the kneecap. And we'll take 3 more breaths. And just give it a nice long hold. Keep reaching the arms up. Squeeze your shoulder blades towards each other as your head reaches down. And then when you're ready to come out of it, bend your knees. Bring your hands back towards your hips. And all the way up with perfect control over your body. And again, we're going to reach up and bring the hands back down to the side. I'm going to turn this way and just hang out there. And then we're going to do one more side stretch. This time you're going to have one hand reaching down the leg and the other arm reaching up. And I want to just focus now on, see how I'm leaning forward a little bit? See if you can focus on opening the ribs and turning the head up. And then turn the head down. Stretch the neck down. And one more time, turn the head up and down. And then back up to the center line. Same thing here. I want to slide this time the hand down the leg and just keep bending sideways. You won't break. Not today anyway. Open the ribs, and then we'll start by looking up towards the armpit and really getting some space here. All right, now the neck. Turn the head down. Keep your balance. Look up. And one more time. Big stretch side, your head goes down. And then look up. Bring it all back to the center line. Turn the heels in and the toes out. And we're going to bring our hips down into the sun. It's called the sun pose, the sun god. And then the arms come out to the side and then up. Good. And I like to do these with a little bit of a bend. And we'll do about 5 or 10 of those, just getting into the hips. Yep. Ooh. And then we'll work on a balance. One more. And all the way up. Good morning, legs. Good. Turn your left toe forward. Bring all your weight onto that left leg. Good. All right, here we go. We're going to slide, and you got to look at your spot. We'll put your foot either on your calf or on the floor like we've practiced, right? Like a kickstand, calf. If I fall, you're going down. Or you can have your foot all the way up. So you decide where you want to be with that. And then take your hands. Great, now look at your spot. Once you're in the position, keep your focus. And then your next option is to lengthen what we call the lever. So the arms come up. I know you can't see my arm. Don't. I know if we watch each other, we're going to fall. That's it. Very nice. 2 more breaths. 1 more. Bring the hands back down to the heart center. Step your feet together. Reach up. And then we're going to go into a nice forward fold before we go to the other side. This time, see if you can put your hands all the way to the floor right away and either grab your big toes or reach under the foot, or just flatten the hands down. Great. Now shake your head a little bit. And shift your weight to the heels and the toes a few times. All right, one more breath here. Pull the belly in and let's roll our spine back up. Back to the mountain pose. We're going to shift the weight to the right foot. And start with your kickstand first. Remember to keep your abdomen and back stable. And or foot here. Or foot goes all the way up. So I'll keep mine here today. And of course it's going to be easier on this side probably. So start with the hands close to the midline of the body. So the further away our arms go, the more challenging it is for our balance, right? Because that lever arm is all the way up, away from the midline of the body. So that makes it a little harder. All right, let's take 3 more breaths here. That's it, keep looking at your spot. 2 more deep breaths. 1 more deep breath. Bring the hands back. Step the feet together. Reach up. And we're going back down one more time into forward fold and see where we land. Let me see that. And you see how much more flexibility you have now than you did in the first one that we worked on. All right, let's transition from here, stepping back to the knees and bringing the forearms down to the floor. Clasp the hands or flatten them across. And we're gonna go in, so instead of doing dolphin, once you get the same, instead of doing downward dog, we're gonna do the dolphin. So go ahead and press up through the forearms. And then you're just gonna alternate your heel presses. Yeah, just bicycle pedal the heels a few times. And then press both heels down. Push your forearms into the ground and press up towards the ceiling. That's it. Let's take 2 more breaths here. 1 more breath. Slowly lower those knees down. And let's see where we land in our child's pose. And see if we have a little more flexibility now than we did again in the beginning before we started moving. It's just like warming up a car. Just got to give it a little time. All right, so let's keep moving here. Walk the hands in and then bring your feet out in front of you. I'm just going to sit sideways or slightly angled so you can see. So I want to get my legs there, shake them out a little bit, just let the muscle tissue release. Good. Okay, and then today we're going to slide the right leg in towards the groin. Your right leg is my left leg. And then we're going to stretch up towards the ceiling first. And then rotate the spine and try to reach down towards the ankle. Ooh. And then we're going to start here by just reaching the arm back. Yes. Look up and towards the hand. Take 2 more breaths. Try to open everything up. Looks good, you guys. And then lift the hand to the ceiling. Come back to the center. Now try to get that hand on the ankle. It's okay if it doesn't reach. Rotate in the other direction and try to open the arm and look back behind you. Same thing here. Now I want to push, whether I'm pushing at the thigh or the shin really doesn't matter. I want to get the rotation. And take a few breaths there. Look towards your hand and see if you can flex the toes upward. And then we transition, bringing that hand up and around, and now trying to grab hold of the foot That's it. Now pull up on your toes. You can even give them a little extra stretch with your hand. And then we'll take the head as low as we can towards the knee. It's amazing, right? How just doing a few things gives you that little extra flexibility by the end. All right, let's take 2 more breaths here. Let your head drop as low as you can. Keep holding it. And 1 more breath here. Exhale. And then walk your hands in. Ooh, all right. Now stretch the other leg to meet and shake them out a little bit. So I want to get that to release that little bound up tension in the thighs. Okay, so now we got the other side. Not my best side. Okay. Start with both arms reaching up. Give it a really big stretch. So now we're going to open towards that leg, twist the waist, and either reach to your foot, your ankle, or your shin. So now I'm opening, kind of like that warrior pose that we did. Reach, open, look towards your thumb. And take another few breaths here. Keep reaching, reaching, reaching. Let me see. That's it. 1 more deep breath. Open a little more. That arm's going to float up. And then my waist twists with the arm. Oh, and that's my favorite. Reach. And you see how one side works better than the other. All right, now open the arm, look back. So same thing here. Lengthen your spine upward. There you go. Keep looking at your hand. Let's take 3 more deep breaths here. Keep opening from the waist. 2 more times in that same breath pattern there. Slow inhale. Long exhale. All right, then we bring the arm up and around, and then we see if we can reach down towards the leg, and just take your head as low as it'll go, and pull up on your toes if you can. And 3 more deep breaths. You can even close your eyes now. One more breath here. Perfect. Float the arms up. And then take the legs out. Woo. Walk in a little bit if you need to so you don't hit the bed. It's hard to see where you're at there, you know. All right. Grab the backs of your thighs. Let's do a little more balancing this time. Tuck the tail under a little bit. Pick up your legs, and we're going to do the boat. So you have 2 options. You can stay and hold with bent knees. You can reach the legs straight out and flex or point the toes. That's it. And then the final position is to reach your arms up. We're going to take about 4 or 5 more breaths here. Firm up the front of your thighs. Everything nice and tight. 3 more breaths. Keep holding. Keep lifting. And then when you're ready to come out of it, try to reach everything out and up. And 1 more time, fold forward. And see if you can grab your feet. Good, or your shins. That's it. Give it a little rock side to side. It's a lot of hamstring work today, hip stretching. I'm going to sit up and then go ahead and lie on your back. We're going to go into the bridge pose. And you just want to make sure that your head and your neck are protected. So don't turn your head, but just keep it looking up. And we're going to press the hips as high as we can. And just do that a couple of times. Just roll down and up a few times just to get the muscles activated and ready for the hold. One more time. Once you get yourself up there, roll your shoulders in towards each other and clasp your hands like we did in the beginning when we were standing. All right, so the trick here is to press through your heels. So when you press through the heels, you're going to activate the whole back side of your body, which is going to stretch the front side. So like you're sitting a lot and driving or sitting at your desk, this one's going to counteract all of that. And we'll take 3 more breaths, a little longer hold here. And 2 more. Keep lifting, lifting, lifting. 1 more breath. Just getting that muscle endurance and strength. Release the hands and roll down and hug both legs towards your chest. That's it. And just some tiny circles in both directions. All right, so we've got some twisting and then we'll be ready to relax a little more. Let's go with the right leg down on the floor, knee bent, cross the left leg over, and you could even double wrap the leg if you want. Arms out to the side, and I'm going to bring both of those legs over to my right side as I turn my head to the left. So I'm basically using my right leg to push the left leg down. And now we're breathing in through the nose, letting up on the stretch a little bit. And then as we exhale, I want to push into it a little bit more. So you see how we've been just kind of focusing on hips and waist today. And we got 2 or 3 more breaths here. Let it be easy. Close your eyes. And just feel all the muscles between your ribs expanding with each breath. Like an inner shower, like you're wringing out a big washcloth at the end. And then we'll gradually start to bring it back to the center. Ooh. Now before you cross over the other way, there's a little trick. As you bring the legs back in, lift your head to your knees. This will kind of reset the spine so that when you go to the other side, it won't be twisted in the other direction. So now we're going to put the left foot down, head down, cross the right leg over. You can double wrap it if you want. Doesn't matter. And now this time the legs are going to go over, to the left. And we're going to turn the head to the right. And you just want to wait without forcing. Let it be easy. Let's close our eyes. As you take that breath, try to visualize the inner unit of your body, that whole midsection. And we'll take 4 more deep breaths. You do want to hold this a little bit longer. Two more deep breaths here. Make them long, slow breaths. one more. And then make your way back to the center. Oh, I love that stretch. And then we come back to that original spinal alignment move here. So this one will realign everything, get it all back to the center. And we're going to place the head back to the floor, open the knees, and you have a couple of options here. You can grab your toes and go like that. Or you can hold the calves, or just open from the back of your thigh. Doesn't really matter, but I just want to get you to rock a little bit here. That's it. Lengthening the back of our neck. You can even straighten the legs a little more if you want. And one more deep breath here. Relax your feet. Lower the legs. And you can either have your knees bent and rest, or fully extend the legs out and shake them a little bit. You can put your hands on your abdomen or leave them at your side. We're just going to take a few moments to close our eyes. Take a deep breath in through the nose today and out through the nose or the mouth. And in your mind's eye, you can feel the inhale like you're floating upward. And on your exhalations, it should feel like your body's sinking into the floor. And notice that inhale, feeling like you're floating a little bit. And your exhale, you start to feel like you're melting towards the mat or towards the floor. And with your hands on your abdomen, as you breathe out, you want to feel all of your internal organs relax towards the midline, into the hips and pelvis and rib cage where they belong. And just visualize perfect functioning of our body. Feeling ease. Comfort. And relaxation. We'll take a moment to thank our body. And just remembering how fortunate we are that we're here today. And that our body's working. And we'll start to stretch both arms up and over our heads. And just allow the shoulders to stretch up and the hands and upper arm to rest on the floor. And just start to blink your eyelids. And ready for another beautiful day. And And let's bend our knees up, roll to either side, and let's get ourselves up. And just finding the most comfortable way to sit. And then just finishing up with just stretching our head side to side one more time in each direction. And rotation. And hands to heart center. And mahalo. And aloha. And namaste. And a little extra moment of good energy towards our beautiful friend Junie, that she is healthy and healing, and that her body is healing and getting better. And we see her in her most perfect light. And mahalo.